What's up guys, iDevice Help here, and I'm super excited today to share with you guys the first beta of Apple's iOS 10. At WWDC today, Apple introduced a redesigned version of iOS for the iPhone, iPads, and iPod Touches. Now they also introduced updates to watchOS, macOS with the new name going along with it, and also tvOS. But of course in this video I'm going to be giving you guys a quick overall view of what's new with iOS 10, and it's a lot. I'm not going to be covering every single feature on this video guys because it would take forever. What I'm going to do is I'll film videos specifically targeted to each individual new feature in order to show you guys how it works, what's different from iOS 9, and how you can use it. So in this video, it's going to be a quick overall view and look at iOS 10 and some of the new changes to the operating system that really pushes this operating system to the next level. There's a ton of new things. Let's jump right into it, guys. First, I want to talk about the lock screen. If you swipe to the right now, instead of unlocking your device, you get these beautiful widgets right there with the time. Very elegant, as you can see there. Very nice widgets right there, and you can go ahead and edit them by pressing the edit button. Now also, if you swipe back, you go to your home screen and then you can swipe again, and now you get your camera. So now you no longer get the button on the bottom, so you get swipe to the right and there's the camera. So very cool. Now if you have a Touch ID supported device, if you tap to unlock your device, it won't unlock your device. You see a new prompt there that says you have to press on the home button in order for it to unlock it, just like that. Let me show you that again. So I tap, it won't unlock. It's going to tell me that I have to press on the home button in order for me to unlock. Now Apple did this in order for you to be able to see your notifications. If you have a newer device, you may notice that when you tap on your home button to unlock, it will go straight to your home screen and you won't be able to see your notifications. And speaking of notifications, I'm going to go ahead and show you here the new notification center. If you have a new notification, now with 3D touch devices can tap and hold and clear out all notifications one shot. You no longer have to sort through all your notifications to get rid of all of them individually, so that's a welcome addition. In the control center, there's so many new changes right here on your control center. Again, 3D touch devices now get the capability to 3D touch on the icons, also here on the photos icon. You can also adjust the intensity of the flash if you have a 3D touch device to start your flash, and right here you can set timers as well. Apple did not give us the ability to move icons around just like you would on the home screen, but what they did give us with different panels. Right here you can see I have my music, and I also tap here and I can play my music on my Apple TV, iPhone, or iPad. You also may notice that I have some different colors there on the toggles. For airplane mode there, it turns orange. As you can see, Wi-Fi is blue, Bluetooth is blue, Do Not Disturb turns purple, and the lock rotation is a orangey color. So that's a welcome addition as well to the control center. Now unfortunately, we did not get a feature that allows us to quit all applications at once. We still have to quit every single application individually. At least as of right now, we haven't gotten that feature with iOS 10. And here's a list of compatible devices with the new operating system. The iPhone 4S was dropped from the list, and one of the most exciting things I noticed about iOS 10, you can now remove native apps. Now this is not going to remove all the apps, because there's essential apps that must be installed on your device at all times, like the photos, the camera, the messages. You also have the news, which I thought Apple would allow us to remove, but they're not letting us. But we also get all these other icons that we can hide, and when you tap on there to delete them, you can remove them. Once you remove them, in order for you to get them back, you can jump into the App Store and download them from the App Store, so you no longer have to have those apps on your device themselves. And also here, as you can see, the folders, when I open them, it's a more cleaner look. It looks very nice, and you can also remove some of these other junk apps that a lot of people just don't really use. Now, a very awesome feature that Apple brought to the iOS platform is the ability to add widgets. So if I tap and hold on the weather, first of all, you get a brand new looking 3D touch option. As you can see there, a beautiful widget, and I can add, for certain applications, I can add widgets. So for mail, I can tap and hold, and you can see there it says add widget. So if I tap to add widget, it'll add it right there where Spotlight is. Now, just to give you a quick comparison, this is iOS 9 and this is iOS 10. So as you can see there, a noticeable difference. A lot of widgets, and again, you can edit those widgets by tapping on the bottom right there to edit the widgets, and you can move them to different locations. Very simple. Now you also may have noticed this brand new application here on the home screen that allows you to control all of your smart devices on your home. If you have a thermostat, things like that, you can control directly from your device. You don't have to have individual applications to control your smart devices from your home. A lot of people may find this very helpful, but you can also go ahead and remove this application if that's something you don't want. Now there's additional 3D touch extensions here on some of the icons. As you can see there, the data option is now available, which was not available for iOS 9. And surprisingly enough, Apple is also letting us remove the iTunes store directly out of the device, which that to me was very impressive that they're allowing us to do that. That's basically where they get a lot of their revenue. So they're allowing us to delete these applications from the device itself. Now I want to jump here into settings and kind of go over all the settings with you guys. Now the operating system, of course, being beta 1, it's a bit glitchy at times, and this is the most powerful device running right now, iOS 10, the iPhone 6s Plus. So I want to go ahead and walk through some of the settings here. This looks very familiar, as you can see here, but you see a new Siri option there. As you can see right there, I can tap into Siri, and now I can control Siri options from within this settings here. I no longer have to dig through the general section, go back to Siri, and then set the settings. I can just adjust that from the original panel there. Now I'm sure you guys are wondering about the wallpaper. There is one new wallpaper so far for iOS 10, and there it is. Right there it is, that green wave right there. Is very beautiful wallpaper, and it's very interesting when you first set this wallpaper, at least on the iPhone 6s Plus, it actually looks like it's moving, but it's not. So it's a very cool wallpaper as well. Apple is also allowing us to 3D touch on folders just like that, and I can rename the folder. Now I can't see my apps, but I can go ahead and rename the folder itself by 3D touching. But anyway, back to the settings application and some of the settings here. Right here in display and brightness, we have a new option, rise to wake. So basically you can just rise your device to wake it up on your lock screen. So let's go ahead and try that now. As you can see there, I can put it down, lock it, raise it, and it unlocks, where it actually wakes the device up. Now of course you can go ahead and remove this option or turn it off if you don't wish to use that. Now as I continue here down the list, Touch ID and passcode, not a whole lot changed in there. Also battery did not change a whole lot. You have your regular standard settings for this particular section here, and I'll cover those in depth. Like I said, I want to give you guys a quick overall view of what's new. Now the messages application, it's one of those that I'm going to be covering on an entirely separate video. There's just so much to talk about here in the messages applications with the new camera icon that you have here, and you can set a brand new looking interface here to send images. You also have your stills and your cameras right there if you swipe to the right. You also have different ways you can communicate, and I'll cover again this in its entirety on a separate video. And also third-party app extensions have been provided by Apple for this new messages application. If I tap down here, I can see some of the applications that can take advantage of the new messages, or I can tap right on this bottom right corner, and as you can see there's a little bit glitchy and it's not working. There it is. It brings me back to my Apple Music if I want to share music as well. Now the Photos app is also one of those apps that I'm going to be covering in its entirety. One of the new features that I love is memories. You can create memories with events or places that you go to, and here are some of the new options available for the new cameras application. But again, I'm going to be covering this, or Photos application, and I'm going to be covering this at its entirety on a separate video. You can now edit live photos without losing the live effect. If you guys have a 3D touch device, you know what I'm talking about. You also have the memories that you can create, and you also have a face recognition, so it sorts your photos depending on the person, which has been available in the Mac before. Now another feature I was looking forward to was a night mode on iOS, but we did not get a dark mode. But digging around here through the accessibilities feature, if I go here into the display accommodations, I can go ahead and select a color filter, and it allows me to change the color of the display, so I can essentially intensify or decrease the intensity of whatever color I choose. And I can also choose any particular color. Here are the filters that they have available, which in a way allows you to have a sort of night mode available on your device at any time. So as you can see there, if I change it to that, that's what it looks like. If I change it to this one here, that's what it looks like. And let me go through the list here. That's that. And one more. That's the grayscale, so you know that one. Let's go down here to color tint, and I can adjust here the color and the tint right there with these toggles here. I can change the color of the screen to whatever I want. So essentially we got something even better than night mode, in my opinion, with the new display accommodation options available for iOS 10. Of course you can toggle that on or off, and have Siri also make that available for you with just simply ask. Now there's so much more, guys, available in iOS 10 that I cannot possibly cover in its entirety in this video. Like I mentioned, stay tuned to the channel. Here is the current build number for iOS 10 beta 1. It is available for developers as of today. Now, public beta testers, if you're not a public beta tester for iOS, I'll leave a link down below for you guys to go ahead and sign up. Apple will make it available in July for public beta tester and finally release it to the public sometime in September in the fall. So alongside with the release of the brand new iPhone, of course. And again, guys, this was just a very quick first look at iOS 10 beta 1. If you enjoy the content, like always, you go ahead and click that like button. Much more videos coming your way. Stay tuned back to back. I'm going to be filming all day today to bring you guys some of the latest information and development of iOS 10. It's been iDevice Help. I hope you guys enjoy this one, and I will catch you guys really soon. Peace.